There is a tower in the world of Luminara. It is called the Tower of Whispering Winds. It is the highest point of everything. An octagonal tower of Lemurian Crystal, with windows open in every direction. Through those windows, the wind enters from every side at once, and with the wind come sounds. Sounds from every corner of the world. Voices, music, callings, each one arriving from a different direction, each one calling for something. To reach it, I invite you to breathe in deeply through the nose and release the air slowly through the mouth, and gently close your eyes. And if warmth appears, or a knot, or something that does not yet have a name, breathe into your belly. It is simply the body saying it is listening. And now, imagine before you a staircase that descends. At the top, a sign, and on that sign you can read Luminara, the school of magic no one ever told you existed. A school that has always been here, always waiting for you. Before you, 12 steps, each a different color, like a rainbow descending into the earth, and each step glows as your foot touch it. 12. The first step is gold. It glows as your foot touch it. Warm, radiant. 11. Deep green. It lights up as you step on it, and the world above begins to fade. 10. White. A pure white that illuminates everything around you. 9. Honey. Warm and soft. 8. Violet. A violet light that pulses slowly. 7. Silver, like moonlight. 6. Midnight blue, dark as a moonless sky, and the silence deepens. 5. Turquoise, like a calm sea. 4. Rose, soft as the first light of morning. 3. Celestial blue, clear and crisp as spring water. 2. Mother of pearl, softly shimmering with reflected light. 1. Ruby, warm, deep, the last step. You have arrived. Before you stands a vast crystal door. It opens as you approach, and you enter. The space is larger than you expected. Crystal walls glow with a warm light that seems to breathe with you. Corridors open in many directions. Doors, rooms in the distance, and the scent of lavender and jasmine that your body recognizes before your mind does. You are in Luminara. something gently draws you forward. A corridor with soft steps rising upward, the walls narrowing as you climb, as though the school already knows where you are going. At the far end of the corridor, 2 students of Luminara descend slowly, leaning against the wall. They are not speaking to you, not about you, yet you hear them. I was up there and the sound arrived. Something I truly wanted to go and hear more closely. And did you go? No, I stayed. And then I realized that what came on the wind was not my destiny. It was simply the wind doing its work. The words remain in the air. They are not meant for you, and yet something inside you listens. Further along the corridor, colored ribbons drift through the air. Purple, gold, green, moving with the wind descending from the tower. As you pass, one touches your shoulder lightly, and you see something written across the fabric. Letters appearing slowly, like ink written by the wind itself. When you reach the top, and the wind brings everything you have ever wanted, stay. Not because you do not want it, but because you know that you can want and still choose. The ribbons dissolve into light and continue dancing. You keep climbing. The air changes, cooler, more open, like high mountain air. The body instinctively breathes more deeply. The staircase ends before a living curtain of fabric, shifting color with the wind, now blue, now gold, now green, turning gently like a windmill wheel as you approach, as though it recognizes you and opens only for you. You part the curtain, and suddenly an orchestra arrives, 8 instruments at once. The harmony comes from a tower. You enter the tower of whispering winds. The sound was already there before you stepped inside. The tower is octagonal, 8 sides, 8 windows open to 8 directions of the world. In each window, an instrument built into the opening itself. Aeolian harp, crystal flute, wind oboe, English horn, Helion cello, silk violin, bamboo mandolin, bronze double bass. When they all play together, and they always do because the wind never stops, the tower becomes a complete orchestra, a harmony that never repeats itself exactly, because the wind is never exactly the same. The walls are made of Lemurian crystal. You recognize it by the horizontal stretches. Fine lines etched across the surface like the pages of an ancient book. These crystals hold memories of times long past, not as words, as vibrations, as though they absorbed everything that happened near them and are waiting for the right moment to return it. And the floor is polished white quartz, translucent, as if light glows beneath it. As you walk, the quartz murmurs, a soft sound the body feels through the soles of the feet, as though the ground recognizes you with each step. You walk slowly towards the center, and when you arrive, the entire tower falls silent. The instruments stop. The wind continues yet makes no sound, as though the tower knows you have arrived and wishes you to hear the silence you carry within you. At the center of the tower, suspended in the air at eye level, float slender metal tubes. Attached to nothing, simply existing there, as though the air itself holds them. They are the tower's magical wind chime. Its tubes move constantly, rearranging themselves, forming symbols in the air that appear and dissolve before you can fully read them. When the wind enters through the 8 windows, the tubes sink, and the sound they make is unlike an instrument in the tower. Closer, more intimate, as though playing specifically for whoever stands at the center. From here, you can see everything: the school below, the lagoon valley in the distance, the forest where the fireflies glow when night arrives, the reflection of the floating market in the river, everything you have traveled through, everything you are now. You place your hand on one of the walls of Lemurian Crystal. Your fingers move across the striations, and you feel something. Not your own memory, something older, as if the crystal carries the echo of every person who has stood here before and stayed. And within that echo, a quiet certainty. The center is not where one fights the world. It is the most intimate way of being within it. And then the instruments of the tower begin to play again. And with them arrive other sounds. Sounds from far away, from the world beyond, carried by the wind like messages. From the north arrives the first, a melody. Within it a message, not in words, but in meaning, as one who understands the language of the wind. Something beautiful is happening somewhere, you know, and it would be lovely to be there. You receive the message and you remain. From the east comes a voice. Within it, a message. Someone needs you. Your presence would matter. You receive the message and you remain. From the south comes warmth, and within it a message of home. Not a place, but a feeling. A place where you would not need to explain who you are, a place waiting for you. You receive the message and you remain. From the northwest comes urgency. A message clear and immediate. Now is the moment. What you wait for may not wait much longer. Now is the only word that makes sense. You receive the message and you remain. And then all four messages at once. Beautiful, important, home, urgent, all true, all genuine, all calling towards something real. And above them all, the orchestra of the tower plays. 8 instruments in a harmony you have never heard before. You walk slowly towards the center, one step at a time. The message is still in the air, the orchestra still playing. And when your feet touches the center of the white courts, the entire tower falls silent. The instruments stop. The messages dissolve into the wind. The tower honors the moment. And in that silence, only in that silence, you realize the wind could always pass, and that you could remain still while it does. There is a difference between hearing and falling, between feeling a call and letting it decide for you. The sounds arrive and you hear everything, and yet you know exactly where you stand, like the quartz beneath your feet, receiving every vibration and still remaining what it is. It is not indifference. What the wind brought was real. The music was beautiful. The voice was right. The warmth was true. The urgency existed. All of it real and not yours. Not now. Not from here. To remain is not to close yourself. It is to know where your answer begins. The difference between being carried by the wind and understanding the wind. Like the Lemurian crystals in the walls, they absorb everything, hold everything, and remain exactly what they are. And the wind chime before you, which had moved endlessly with each message, begins to slow. The floating tubes align, one by one, until they form a symbol that holds. They ring, a calm, singular melody. And then the tubes rearrange slowly, forming words in the air. The wind passes, you remain. The wind continues, the sounds continue, and something within you says, not in words, but has a knowing that lives in the chest, I hear the world. The wind brings, I open and close the window I choose, and I know the wind I carry within. And when the moment feels right, you look one last time through the windows of the tower. The world outside continues. The sounds continue. But you are no longer the same after having chosen to remain. You descend the tower staircase. You re-enter the crystal corridors of Luminara. The walls glow as you pass, and you reach the rainbow staircase. And you can climb slowly. 1. The ruby step glows when you touch it. 2. Mother of pearl. 3. Celestial blue. 4. Pink. 5. Turquoise. 6. Midnight blue. 7. Silver. 8. Violet. 9. Honey. 10. White. 11. Deep green. 12. Golden, the last step, and the light begins to reach you. You are almost back. You begin to feel your body, the weight of your body where you are, the temperature of the air on your skin, the sounds around you starting to return slowly. You can move your fingers, your toes, gently move your shoulders. Take a deep breath in, and at your own pace, calmly, when you feel ready, let your eyes open. You're back. Your unconscious heard everything it needed to hear. You don't need to analyze it. Let it work. So if in the coming days you note anything different, a calm you weren't expecting, or a moment when you feel more you, it's not a coincidence. It's your unconscious working with what it received. And if the questions from this session come back at you at some point, in the shower, falling asleep, in the middle of the day, let them be. Because everything you heard, every voice, every phrase, every word that stayed. And it will keep working in there, in silence, at your own pace. And if you feel like coming back, Luminara is always open, beneath everything, waiting for you.